Hi, in this lecture you will learn how you will fall into an invalid object reference error. Actually, we did not get this error till now because I avoided this kind of usage. In this lecture, I will intentionally try some illegal usages and then show the solutions about that. Let's first start with the illegal variable usage. Variables are declared in both package spec and package body. So a variable declaration can be considered in two different ways. Let's start with the usage in the package spec. We know that we can declare a variable at anywhere in the package spec. For example, let's add a new variable at the end. Let's say vtest, it's int, and the value is, let's say, 4, and compile. As you can see, no problem. We can use that variable like the first variable, no difference. However, when you come to the package body, it's a little different. In the previous lecture, we saw that we cannot create a variable after the first declaration of a subprogram. Otherwise, we will get a compilation error. Besides, we saw where we can reach to the variable based on if they are public, private, or local variables. So I will not show you these again. Like these variables, subprograms also have some restrictions. I will not talk about the public, private, global, etc. I have already showed these. But now I will show you the illegal subprogram reference in a package. Alright, we know that we can have many subprograms in a package body, and we can have some local subprograms. Actually, the problem starts with the local subprograms. If your subprograms are public subprograms, I mean if they are declared in the package spec too, there is no problem. But if your subprograms are private subprograms like the print test procedure here, you cannot call that subprogram before you create it. Why? PLSQL is a block structured language, so it does not allow the forward reference. Means you cannot call a function or a procedure before you type it. But do not confuse about that. Like I showed here, I have created both print test and the getAvgCell subprograms. I can call the print test from the getAvgCell, but I cannot call getAvgCell within the print test function. The reason is getAvgCell comes after the print test in the text order. So the text order is important here. Forward reference means calling a subprogram that is written below that code. And this is not allowed in PLSQL like the other block structured language. However, Oracle enables us to handle this problem. So let's first use the invalid way and then see how we can handle that. Now, let's create a new function and try to call it inside of the print test procedure. Let's write function getCell and EID, let's say employees dot employee ID person type, and return number is, and our variable vCell, its number and the value is 0, and our begin keyword and end keywords, and between them select salary into vCell from employees, where employee ID is equal to EID, and return vCell. Alright, now let's use it within the print test procedure. Let's copy that DBMS output and say test salary and concatenate that with getCell. And the employee ID is 102, for example. Great. Since these changes are only about the private subprograms and does not affect the package spec, it will be enough to complete the body. Let's do it then. As you can see, we had an error. says that getCell is not declared in this scope. You will have this problem with both functions and procedures, no difference. But they must be private. The order is not important if they are public. Alright, this can be a common problem because the subprograms can call each other most of the times. Besides, you will mostly want to order the subprograms alphabetically. So this will be a problem in time. To solve that problem, Oracle offers us the forward declaration option. How? Like declaring the variables, in package bodies, we can declare the subprograms right after the as or is keywords and before the subprograms. For example, in here we can declare the getCell function and use it in any of the subprograms. Let's see it then. I simply copy the function declaration until the is keyword and paste it between the is or as keywords and the first subprogram. In here we can paste it before or after the variables, not so important. As you can see, it's a bit code crowd, but since PLSQL does not let us to use the lately declared objects, we need to handle that problem with this way. We declare it just like we do in the package spec, but this time, since it's a private subprogram, we do that in the package body. Besides, the signature must be all the same. I mean the name, parameters, etc. Just like we do with the package spec. Alright, now let's compile it. As you can see, no problem. We could use lately typed objects, but we declare it again at the top. This is called as forward declaration. Alright, now you know how and where to create the package objects and how and where to use them. So this is the end of this lecture. See you in the next lectures.